Coming up in February on Roanoke County Today, we learn about Roanoke County's burn ban and talk with the new county administrator. This and more coming up on RCT. The Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection has new hours of operation and a new lobby. Thanks to grant funding, the center has a brand new look, making it easier for citizens to view lost pet listings, file a missing pet report, or interact with the staff. Plus, the hours have changed too. The new hours will be Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Adoption hours will be Monday through Saturday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The new hours will increase our citizens' ability to redeem their animals earlier and create a better environment for adopters and the animals.
Welcome back to the show. I have a special guest here with us today. This is Wayne King, who just recently retired as a communication officer working in our Emergency Communication Center or 911 Dispatch Center. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, how many years have you or were you with Roanoke County?
25 years and 3 months.
Wow, that's a long time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's exciting for you now.
Yes.
Good, good. And how many, have all of those years been within the communication center?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you start out?
I just applied for, I applied for communication officer and a firefighter.
Okay.
And I passed both tests, but being working with radios in the Air Force, I decided to go into the communication center.
Okay.
And there was a big difference.
Oh, really?
Yes. When they first put me on the radio, when I was in the Air Force, worked on the airplane, so you had the headphones on and you basically had to talk very loud over the noise. And when I did that in the communications center, the officer was saying I was talking too loud. So I had to learn to cut my voice down a little bit.
And I'm sure it didn't take long.
No, it didn't.
That's great. So what do you think has been the biggest advancement in your time working in the ECC, we call it for short?
The technology has changed. When we first started, our CAD system was a DOS system, and we had two screens, and we had a phone in a box, and then we had the radio. When I retired, we had 7 screens we looked at.
Wow.
4 of them was for CAD, 1 was for the phone system, and 1 for the radio. And the 7th one was one that we could use to get to the internet, because our CAD system, you could not have the internet on the CAD system. But the technology has changed a whole lot over the years.
I'm sure you've had to keep up with that technology.
Yes. It has really helped us. When we went to this last CAD system, we had mapping in it, which helps us, and also when the officers out there, especially at nighttime, they don't know how to quite get there, we can look at the maps and help them get there.
So you're essentially the eyes and ears for those police officers.
Yeah, and fire and rescue. Yes.
Right, right. That's a remarkable thing. I always say when we visited the ECC that it's like the nucleus. You're the end of that first phone call in from the citizen in distress before they meet the first responders. They hear from you all first.
Yes.
So that's important.
We always say we're the first responders, but then we let the police and fire and rescue.
Sure, you're the first responders.
Right.
Absolutely. And so in all your time, I'm sure there have been very many memorable moments. What are a few of those you might recall?
I always try to give the good ones. I had one instance where a subject he was putting in fence posts and he had a heart attack. A guy walking up on the road seen it, he called it in, so I had to give him CPR. He had to holler down to the guy's friend to give him CPR. And rescue got there and everything worked out great.
Wow.
Funny one, we had this little old lady every night. she'd call in at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the question she would ask us is it 3 o'clock? I'm checking my clock.
Oh, okay.
So we'd always tell her, yes, it is 3 o'clock. Those were some of the little nice ones.
Sure. I'm sure you get all kinds of calls, don't you?
Yeah, we get some bad ones too. But you just got to, once you have a bad call, you just got to put it aside and go on to the next one.
Sure. And from what I've been told, only 2% of the population is really, has the skill set to do this type of job. So you're kind of a unique person, as well as all the other communications officers. So what do you say to someone coming in and potentially becoming a communications officer?
Well, at times you're doing 3, 4, 5 things at the same time. You're working, giving information to the officers, you're talking on the phone, and stuff like that. And it's, at times it's very stressful. And I try to tell the new people coming in, always try to be calm. It's going to be hectic at times, but it's basically for a very small group of people.
Sure.
We've had people that came in, thought they was like it, and right off the bat they said, well, I can't do this job.
Right. But you would certainly encourage people to try it out.
Yes. It is a rewarding, and it is a steady job, and you learn a lot of stuff, and but it gets very hectic, and at times.
I'm sure.
And you got, we have 8, well, I'm not there anymore. We used to, when I was there, we had 8 people on the shift, and at times all 8 of us is busy.
Right.
And then at times it calms down.
Right.
But one thing difference between us and, say, the police and the fire and rescue, once that call that their own is over with, they can go and relax, calm down a little bit. We're just sitting there waiting for the next phone call.
Right.
And sometimes we don't wait very long.
Right.
As soon as we get off of one, then we have another phone call.
Sure.
But it is different, but I enjoyed it, and the main thing was over the years I've helped a lot of people, and that's one of the big rewards.
Sure. Well, congratulations to you. I know you've helped many citizens across Roanoke County, and we certainly appreciate your service and hope you have the best retirement ever.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Thanks for joining us today.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be right back.
My name is Ben Jones. I'm a supervisor with Roanoke County DSS, and I get to work with my favorite people on the planet, the resource foster parents. One of my favorite things to talk about is how important foster parents are to the community. Foster parents help heal families, they help change the cycles of abuse, they help mentor families that really haven't had a good role model, and they also help heal children who've been through trauma, grief, and loss, and who knows what else.
You do not have to be the perfect parent to be the perfect foster parent. There are tons of kids out there that just want love, so if you have love to give and if you have room in your home and you're stable, then you'd be a perfect foster parent.
You have to have a heart to bring these children into your home and treat them like you would treat your own children.
It only takes a little effort to make a big difference, that there are many needs out there much greater than myself.
I think we have a really great program, and I'm really proud of all of them. I believe we trained about 24 foster families last year. We like to train at least 24 this year.
The examples and the information shared during the trainings was very helpful, and without that, I don't feel that I would have been able to take care of my child as well as I did.
If you guys have any questions, feel free to call me at 540-283-8844, or you can email me bsjones@roanokecountyva.gov. Thank you so much.
Have you ever wanted to find a book, read the latest issue of a magazine, or do research at your local library on a Sunday? You can at the South County, Benton, and now the Hollins Branch libraries, open from 1 to 5 each Sunday afternoon. You'll have access to extensive collections of books, DVDs, and audiobooks, as well as the many computers and, of course, the friendly, helpful staff. At the South County, Benton, and Hollins Branch libraries, we want to be a part of your Sunday afternoons.
Hello and welcome back. We are so excited today to have with us Jordan Carlisle, our Human Resource Assistant, who's going to be talking with us about an exceptional opportunity that we have available. We're going to be doing a job fair.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that, Jordan.
Sure. So around this time of year, we are really pushing for our summer hiring. So we're very fortunate to have 2 dates available for our job fair this year. The first will be on Wednesday, February 20th, and that will be from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And the second date will be on Saturday, March 9th, and that will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and both dates will be held at Green Ridge Recreation Center.
Great. Now, is this just for summer hiring, or will we have other jobs available as well?
Well, any jobs will be available on our county website, but we're specifically pushing for our summer hiring. So if an applicant goes to RoanokeCountyVA.gov and clicks on job opportunities, they will see the list of jobs there that are available for hiring. Typically around this time of year, we are hiring mostly for, and just off the top of my head to name a few, lifeguards and aquatic staff at Green Ridge, camp staff at a couple of our locations, facility attendants for Splash Valley, parks maintenance workers, customer service staff, but there's a wide variety of positions that we hire for that help make our community activities possible.
Right, fabulous. Now, can folks apply for more than one job? I mean, if they have an interest possibly in one aspect of Parks, Rec, and Tourism or another, do they have the opportunity to apply for more than one?
Absolutely, and we encourage applicants to apply for any and all jobs that they think they may be interested in. And one thing that I want to point out, Wendy, is that we do a lot of on-the-job training. So if an applicant sees a job that they think they may be interested in, but after reading the job description, they think, I'm just not really qualified for that, please don't let that hinder you from applying for a job, because like I said, we do a lot of on-the-job training. So we'll definitely train you for whatever position you think you might be interested in.
Great. Now, in addition to applying for the job, will they be able to talk to some of the hiring managers to get more information if they're curious and just want more information? That's what's on the website?
Absolutely. We won't be conducting formal interviews at the job fair, but we will have hiring managers on site. So we do encourage attendees to go up to those hiring managers, ask any questions they may have, get to learn more about the specific jobs that they're hiring for, and then after the job fair, please go online and apply. And then formal interviews will be conducted after the job fair.
Now, is there anything, one last question, is there anything specific that applicants need to bring with them to the job fair, aside from a smile on their face and a desire to work?
If they want to bring a resume with them, we'll certainly take that. But as far as any formal application or anything like that, they don't need to bring anything like that with them.
Great. I am so excited. I think this is going to be a great opportunity.
Oh, I absolutely think it will be too.
Great,
yeah.
great. One more time, can you give us those dates and times again and location for folks?
Certainly. The first job fair will be on Wednesday, February 20th, and that will be from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And then the second date will be on Saturday, March 9th, and that will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and both dates will be at Green Ridge Recreation Center.
Great. And I certainly hope the public will come out and, find out more about opportunities at Roanoke County's Parks, Recreation, and Tourism.
The Roanoke County Recycling Drop-Off Station near the Brambleton Center has moved. Now located on Valley Forge Avenue just off Brambleton Avenue behind the Cave Spring Rescue Squad and at the foot of the hill from the previous location. Plus, the recycling trailers at all locations will now be single stream trailers. Single stream means that material can be commingled into any available compartment. Also remember that we only accept plastics number 1 and number 2. These simple changes coupled with breaking down of boxes will greatly increase the capacity of the trailers. Go to RoanokeCountyVA.gov for more.
Our four-legged friends make us smile all year long. Isn't it time we return the favor? The Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection needs your help to help keep these pets happy and healthy. Our goal is to keep pets in loving homes and out of shelters. You can make this happen by donating to the RCACP Food Pantry any time of the year. The following donations are needed: canned cat and dog food, dry cat and dog food, cat litter, and toys. Residents who need to pick up food can do so at 1510 Baldwin Avenue Northeast.
Welcome back to Roanoke County Today. My name is Brian Klingenpeel, and I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator for Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. And today we're going to be talking about the statewide burn laws and how those change every year in February. Starting February the 15th and going through April the 30th, there can be no open outside burning between the hours of midnight and 4 p.m. That goes for even small recreational fires. Now, I know that here in the Roanoke Valley for the past year, we have seen historic amounts of rainfall. However, that's not going to change the statewide burn laws come February the 15th. Typically during the months of February, March, and April, we see lower humidity, higher winds, things that really contribute to the spread of wildfires. And that's why that these burn laws change every year during these months. Did you know, in fact, that most of the state's wildfires happen during the months of February, March, and April? You still are allowed to burn under the statewide burn law. It has to be between the hours of 4 p.m. and midnight, and the law states that the fire must be attended and there has to be a means of extinguishment close at hand. Roanoke County residents must still obtain a burn permit from the fire marshal's office for any fire that is larger than 3 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot and is not considered recreational or for a warming purpose. Violators of the statewide burn law and local county ordinances can face fines along with the cost of fighting the fire and the property damage that that fire may cause. Backyard burns are the leading cause of wildfires in the state of Virginia. A fire that you think may be put out can still have embers that can get picked up by the wind and can travel into dry grass and dry leaves. Another common cause of these outside fires here in Roanoke County is the disposal of fireplace and wood stove ashes. These ashes can have embers embedded in them that stay hot for days. So please never dispose of ashes in a cardboard box or a paper bag. Those ashes must be disposed of in a metal can. Those ashes allowed to cool then for several days and then drowned in water before they are spread outside. An improperly discarded cigarette, carelessly tossed into a wood pile, dry leaves, or mulch can also threaten homes and lives. When smoking outside, please use a metal can filled with sand to extinguish the cigarette. The fire risk can change with the weather and also with the local landscape. Homes and subdivisions that are surrounded by wooded areas can be at a higher risk of being affected by fires, even in suburban areas that are far away from the national forest. So basically, during these months of February, March, and April, we want you to be extremely careful with any outside burning. And Roanoke County residents need to remember that you must obtain a burn permit from the fire marshal's office for any fire not considered recreational. You can contact the fire marshal's office by calling them at 540-777-8732, or you can find us on the web at RoanokeCountyVA.gov/fire rescue. Roanoke County Today will be right back.
Anyone can start a fire, but who is strong enough to stop a fire? you. The goal of the volunteer firefight is to make Vinton and the surrounding area a safer place to work, live, and play. The work is hard and the risk is real, but the reward of helping your neighbors is priceless. The Vinton Volunteer Fire Department needs you. Please consider becoming a volunteer firefighter today. For more information, call 540-777-8706 or visit our website.
If you've ever had an emergency, then you know that in an instant, all you can do is put your life in the hands of the men and women who come to save the day. This is the mission of the Vinton First Aid Crew. The Vinton First Aid Crew is looking for volunteers who would like to help with their community. For more information on becoming a volunteer, call 540-983-0641, send an email to volunteer@vintonems.com, or you can visit their website at vintonems.com.
Welcome back to the show. Joining us on the show today is Dan O'Donnell, Roanoke County's new administrator. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
You're certainly not a stranger. We visited with you before on some projects that you've done, but not as county administrator.
Not as county administrator,
yes.
That's true.
Well, congratulations. I know you've been with the county for a long time, so tell us about your role and how you got to this position.
Well, I've actually been with Roanoke County as assistant county administrator for over 18 years. Actually, I served as acting county administrator for a few months about 5 years ago. Basically, I came here doing more community development and building project type things. Some of the things I worked on early in my career with Roanoke County was the public safety building on Cove Road. I was the construction project manager for that. The Green Ridge Recreation Center, I was in charge of that project, as well as the Glenver Library, and then finally the Criminal Justice Academy. So I've done several fairly large building projects with the county. More recently, though, I've been working with public safety and human services on mental health issues. I served as the chair of Blue Ridge Behavioral Health Care for a couple of years. Worked a lot with social services. So I've had a very broad perspective in 18 years here. I've been directly in charge of just about every department with the exception of human resources and finance, and now I am.
Right. So you've had a lot of experience here, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Now, one of the things that you didn't mention that you've worked on just in the past couple of years is the county's first ever strategic plan, community strategic plan. I see you have that here in front of you. Tell us a little bit about that and then where we are.
Okay, the community strategic plan, as you know, is a process as well as a document, and we did this in 2015 and 16, and we had focus groups covering a broad range of types of services, and we had about 280 people involved. We did surveys, focus groups, and came out with some really broad strategic initiatives that we are now using to guide budget decisions and policy decisions, and have been for the past 3 years. And basically they are to connect Roanoke County to the world, position Roanoke County for future economic growth, promote neighborhood connections, ensure citizen safety, be a caring and inclusive community, promote lifelong learning, and keep Roanoke County healthy, clean, and beautiful. So we use these broad goals to ensure that the budgets are developed with these things in mind, and that the performance measures we developed match those goals. So it's been a very good process. It's about a 5-year-long process. We plan to replicate it in about 2 more years.
Okay, so it serves as a roadmap for how the county will operate. So where are we on this roadmap right now?
Well, like I said, we are into the 3rd year of a 5-year process, and we've we've done 2 annual reports based on the results that came out of the departments as well as the county board from these strategic initiatives. And we have developed, as I said, our performance measures through the budget process. Everybody has to submit how their budget requests fit into these strategic initiatives. So that's how we rank budget priorities, is how it fits into the strategic plan.
Okay, great. Well, that is a very important document, and I know a very long process, and she worked a long time on, so along with the staff. So it's a good project. What do you think? Switching gears a little bit, what do you think is important to let someone know who may be relocating here to live here or work here, or a prospective business?
Right. Well, looking back on my experience, my plan 18 and a half years ago was to probably be here for about 5 years and then find my next community and progress through my career. However, when I came here, I just found that it was the best possible place I could be. I love the outdoors. If people like the outdoors, we have so many amenities. I love to kayak and hike and fish and those things, and for a quality of life, you just can't beat it if that's your lifestyle. For businesses, I think we have a very good workforce here. We have very affordable real estate, and just ease of doing business because of our proximity to everything. Really, in the Roanoke Valley, everything is 15 minutes away, and we also have the major corridor of 81, which is a major transportation network, so it really is a good place for business as well.
Sure, sure. And there's a lot of regional cooperation here across the valley too, isn't there?
Right, absolutely. In fact, that's one of the things I'm learning. I've been put on a lot of regional boards, the Water Authority, the Regional Planning Commission, and various other boards and authorities. And really, we do a lot of things regionally. I don't think a lot of people give us enough credit for how much we do regionally. Economic development is a regional endeavor, water, sewer, and just a variety of other things. Transportation planning, there's a lot of things that are regionally done here.
Things that make the county or the valley very marketable to anyone looking to move here.
And I think the good thing is I think all of the local governments really have the same goals in mind, which are kind of fit into our strategic framework as a county. And by the way, that strategic plan, we invited people to participate that were not necessarily county residents, but were partners as well. So.
Good. So you've been in local government for how long? How many years?
I'm really old, over 31 years. So yeah, I've been doing this for a very long time.
Yes, so you have quite the experience. What made you want to get into public service?
Well, I got a history degree because I like it, and that you learn about government and history. But from that history degree, not knowing what I wanted to do when I was young, I actually managed a record store. Those are those things that go around in circles that you play music that people don't use anymore. And one of my clients was the manager of the downtown program where I went to school, and I got to know this guy and asked, how did you get into this? And he said, well, I got my master's in public administration. And so I went back to school and got an MPA, and actually started very early in my career in commercial revitalization. I was Baltimore County, Maryland's commercial revitalization coordinator way back in the late 80s. And so it kind of led into just my interest in how do you make businesses work and how do you interact with the government as a business.
Well, you obviously enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I love my work.
Been around a long time. What are your future goals or some plans you're looking towards?
Well, I think the big thing that we need to concentrate on, and we're having these discussions with the board and with our regional partners, is how do we begin to change the demographics of the county. We are an aging population, and we really need to find ways to encourage young professionals to move here. I think we're doing a lot of that through Explore Park development and marketing the quality of life, and also just working with our regional partners on how do you build an innovation community. And there's a lot of good ideas going around the community and in a regional level on how you encourage innovative young entrepreneurs to create businesses. So I think we need to fit into that, discussion.
Sure, great. So a lot going on here, a lot in the future. So we certainly say congratulations to you, and I know you're going to do a wonderful job here for Roanoke County.
Well, thank you very much.
Good, and thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Chuck Leinberger with Roanoke County Public Schools. Want to remind you we have a brand new website address. You can check us out online at rcps.us, so check it out.